Yeah.
I am Polychuck. My band is Polychuck, and you're listening to the Brutally Delicious podcast. Hey, nice to meet you guys.
Yeah, well, where are you located?
I'm in Montreal, Canada.
Is it wicked cold there?
It's very, very cold. Like right now, it's probably we in Canada we count in Celsius, but it's negative 20 Celsius. So that's probably around zero, maybe under that, 0 Fahrenheit. So that's very, very cold, freezing.
Wow. So Rena's having trouble with her internet today, but she's in Finland.
Oh, okay. Oh,
so yeah, we talk about cold. She's got it really cold.
Yeah.
It's a fucking Finnish internet.
Uh-huh.
I thought it was your stupid internet because you guys are gross.
Well, we're here having a conversation. You're the one who's dropping in and out, so.
True that.
We were just talking about how cold it is in Canada, but you're used to that kind of weather over there in Finland.
I was just complaining about the fucking Siberia out there. It's like the terrain wants to kill you. Not like in Australia where the fauna wants you dead.
The air is yeah. Oh, I know how that feels. Canada and Finland are pretty much in the same zone, but we live Canada's a huge country, but it's only populated in the south of it, where it's more
because you're smart.
Yeah, and they're up there. There's polar bears, probably the same thing as you. We probably have the same landscapes. It's North Pole, basically. So
right.
Actually, I gotta say, since I've been a little girl, I've had this fixation with Canada because when I was 5 or something, I read somewhere that Canada is the best country in the world. Fuck you, Chris.
I joined at the right time.
I know.
So
I don't know if I should say "fuck you" or if it's a way of greeting.
No, "fuck you" is great. That's my other partner, Chris. He's an ex-Canadian, or I don't know, Canadian, whatever you want.
I'm still Canadian.
I'm sorry.
I'm a little bit of an embarrassed Canadian these days, but I'm still a Canadian. Yeah. I just don't tell many people I'm Canadian in the last few weeks. But other than that, I'm pretty good.
Is that because of the convoy stuff, or why is that?
Yeah, I mean, at some point you gotta go home. These guys are just. Anyways, I don't want to get too political. It's just
I'll get fucking political. These fucking assholes.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
It's fucking it's like it looks big, but it's tiny.
It's just a few people, and they say they're the voice of Canadians. No, you're fucking not. No, you're no.
Here's the best tweet I ever saw. Okay, these people are so oppressed that they jump in their fucking semi-trucks, drive unimpeded for 4 days, blocking off every major highway in Canada, all the way to the capital, park in the middle of the street, set up hot tubs and fucking and fucking do shit. Oh, they're so fucking oppressed. Fuck off.
Yeah, it's
sorry. My Canadian accent came out there.
Where in Canada are you from exactly?
Vancouver.
Oh, Vancouver. That's the opposite.
But I grew up in Alberta though, so
okay, yeah.
Sorry about that.
Yes.
I gotta say though, can you imagine if you think your Canadian truck drivers were looking stupid doing the whole convoy thing? They actually did a convoy here in Finland too, with 0 fucking trucks showing up, but they still managed to block and obstruct all sorts of traffic at the main road here in the capital of Helsinki.
Yeah,
and basically they're just I'm sorry to use this language, but white trash idiots getting drunk in public, acting like asses. That's what you are. You're not making a difference.
Yeah.
I'll end with this before we get to music. Canadians are so fucking polite. They did nothing at all. Nothing.
Yeah.
Until $1 billion in trade was disrupted with U.S. And then they're like, oh, I guess we better do something, eh?
Do something about it.
Yes.
We're nice people, but we're nice people. Sometimes we're too nice. So
yeah.
I agree. Anyways, let's get to music.
Yeah.
Bruce?
Yeah, so welcome to the show. As you figured out, we're not going to be on any kind of topic. We're going to be everywhere. But
yeah. I mean, that's great. Yeah, it's awesome.
So just reading your bio and listening to some stuff, you've been at this since about 13. For those not familiar with Polychuck, can you give us like the 2-sentence boardroom pitch?
Shredder, singer, songwriter, tattoos, fighter. Yeah, that's pretty much, that sums it up.
I love that. That was perfect.
Fighter, like MMA stuff?
Yeah, I do. It's like my second passion. I don't do it professionally, but I like to do, smoker fights, MMA fights, amateur fights. I like to train, and that's my way of being active. I train, I spar, and I kick people's ass, and I get my ass kicked. But yeah.
Which one is more usual? The former or the latter?
Get it between kicking people. I guess no. I don't like to spar hard anymore and like get punched in the face and get punched in the head. It's just I don't think I'm gonna even fight again. Maybe like a real fight. It's too much damage to the brain. I think people were asking me, "Hey man, you're a guitarist. You've been shredding for a long time, and you're sparring. Aren't you afraid for your hands and your knuckles?" Yeah. I'm like, no, but I'm afraid for my brain. I was rocked a few times, and when you get a concussion, I was never knocked out, but when you get a concussion, you feel the after effects. For a couple of days, you feel kind of like it's scary as hell. And to think that there's guys that are like living permanently in that state with CTE and
yeah, I mean that's a thing. Like even in like pro football, right? That's a thing. I mean they're showing that those people.
Oh yeah.
And then it ends up with all kinds of weird ramifications later on down the road.
Yeah. Hockey players a lot too. Like in Canada, hockey is huge. Those guys, a lot of them are dumb, by the age of 50, 45. It's just like they got concussions when they were young, and it just shows up after.
Well, and they get concussions when they're young, and then they get them again when they're still young, and then they get them again when they hit the juniors, and they get them again when they hit semi-pro, and then they get pro, and then finally someone's like, "Oh, you better go to the dark room," and they're like, "What's the dark room?"
Yeah.
Well, you might have a concussion. Well, it might be the 5th or 6th one they've had in their life by then.
Yeah. It's crazy.
Yeah.
So,
are you in Montreal? Where are you at?
Yeah, Montreal. Does my French accent come out?
No, your Montreal accent came out.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I have a few friends in Montreal.
Yeah,
and I was like, man, that sounds like a Montreal accent.
Yeah,
to me.
totally.
Montreal English.
I'm French. My first language is French, but yeah, obviously I'm in Montreal, so I hear Montreal. I learned English in my mid-20s, early 20s, mid-20s. Before I didn't really speak English. I only spoke French. I went to French school and all, and I guess I just picked it up by hearing English people.
Yeah, you have perfect English to me. It just sounds like you're from Montreal.
Never would have guessed.
So, what kind of guitar are you playing right now?
I like to play with my favorite guitar that I'm playing with. So far, it's been my MacPherson. It's a hand crafted custom guitar made in Canada by a dude in British Columbia, but I don't remember the exact location. Great guitar. He makes boutique guitars. It's like a perfect shredder's guitar. It's somewhere. It's over there, but anyways, perfect guitar for shredding. Yeah.
Yeah, and did he do custom pickups for you, or did you choose the pickups you wanted in?
No, the pickups were made by another dude somewhere in Canada that makes handcrafted pickups, and it's the pickups that he puts in most of his guitars, and I trusted him on that.
Yeah. Boutique pickups are so cool because you can't get them anywhere else except from that. There's no mass production of them. Yeah. And the quality control, like, has Bruce Arena, have you ever watched someone wind a guitar pickup before?
Never.
It's a crazy process. Like, they have to get the tension just right on this thin steel of wire, and like it's the tension of the wire around the magnet and how much wire around the magnet that dictates what the pickup will sound like. So they have to figure out the tension and the thickness to make it sound the way they want. It's a fucking crazy process.
Yeah, I bet all of the pickups that he makes sounds kind of different.
Yeah.
I guess if you're making them by hand, it's going to be almost impossible to duplicate it exactly, right?
Yeah. I mean, they sound amazing. The guys were really a master at his craft. But yeah.
Can we see the guitar?
Sorry?
Can we see the guitar?
Yeah. It's right here.
Oh my God. I have an erection. That thing is fucking beautiful.
Yeah. The model is called the Pagan, and it's based off of a Super Strat or like a Sir or something like that. It's definitely comparable to Sir guitars. I don't know if you've ever played it. Yeah. It sounds amazing. Headstock is beautiful.
Yeah.
Very nice. Yeah.
I forget what the name of the pickup brand is.
I'll Google it. It.
You can Google MacPherson, and the pickups that he puts in his guitars are probably somewhere on his website. The guitar is amazing. It's comparable to a Sir. I also have a Sir, which I paid $7,000 for.
Oh.
Yeah, it's insane. But it's just as good as this one. This is more around the 2-3K price range.
Right.
For a handmade custom guitar.
Yeah, handmade in Canada.
Yeah, it's fucking beautiful. Sorry, I sometimes I just have to look at guitars.
Yeah,
I do.
I mean, I understand. I totally understand that.
Yesterday, I'm co-writing a song with the beautiful Rena here, and I had to change the tuning of my guitar, and I took it into the shop yesterday. It's an old '80s Ibanez DT 350. It's like an X series. It's kind of like a Destroyer, but it has a cutout in the back. Okay. Anyways, the guy was like, "Do you want to sell this?" And I was just like, "It's beat up to shit. It's from 1984. Why would I want to sell it?" And then he told me $2,500.
Wow.
And I was just like, "No, I don't want to sell it." He's like, "What about a guitar off the wall?" I was like, "No, I'm not selling it."
Guitar geek speaking.
Sorry. Yeah. Anyways,
Chris goes down the road.
Take over.
Rena, what you got?
She's on mute.
Oh, you're on mute.
Yeah. Been having trouble with
mute. I bought a fucking mic and it worked perfectly when me and Chris were just fucking chatting before we started recording. Now I can't get it to work anymore. Stupid. So back to my laptop audio. This is the level of professionalism in this podcast.
It works fine. I have a ton of mics here and I'm using my computer audio. So. Yeah.
Oh, you are, because you sound awesome. Like, I'm always ashamed of my audio in this podcast.
you know what? I get tons of messages because I post a lot on social media. It's where I post. It's where my fan base is mostly is on social media, and I post a lot of like guitar videos and music videos and stuff. And people always ask me, "Man, how do your videos look so good and sound so good?" I only use my phone. No microphone, no nothing, no light, no ring light. I just put it there and play guitar. So I guess, I don't know.
Like, is this a paid endorsement? Like, is this like
Shut on the iPhone.
But no, it's just, I guess, people say, "Man, great tone you got." And it's just my guitar. The amp is right there. I'm using good amps, good gear, but it's just through the microphone. So
that is freaking killer. Imagine 20 years ago. Okay. Fuck. Imagine 10 years ago.
Yeah, even 10 years ago. 10 years ago, I was on Myspace. I was trying to promote my band on Myspace, and it was the biggest thing. If you weren't on Myspace.
Oh yeah, of course.
Oh yeah, and back then it was like, for me, especially for me, I was really into deathcore and like extreme metal, but more on the core side type of thing, like emo, when emo met death metal type of thing. Didn't last very long, but it was cool back then. Yeah, we were on MySpace. We didn't have we could upload songs and MP3s and whatever, but the videos were just. I remember some cell phones. We could shoot videos with cell phones. Somebody shot my first concert ever, my first live show in my metalcore, deathcore band. We couldn't see shit. We couldn't hear shit. It was just like a bunch of pixels. The venue was horrible. The everything was horrible, obviously. But yeah.
And now we're getting like on my phone the camera sensor is equal to a DSLR.
Yeah.
I'm like, are you kidding me? Like, it's fucking crazy.
I think Lady Gaga shot one of her music videos with an iPhone as a publicity.
Wow.
They made it look beautiful. Yeah, it has to do with the lighting and stuff. But she shot a whole music video on iPhone.
That's crazy.
So this will lead me into another question then. How is technology kind of reframing the way you promote yourself?
It's definitely helping. Well, it lowers the cost of everything because I can do a lot of things myself. So far, all the music that I've put out has been recorded, mixed, mastered, everything by me. Photo shoots, everything was done by myself. Promotion, also, I did promotion through Facebook ads and TikTok and all those things which are available to everybody.
Yeah.
And
fairly affordable.
Yeah, fairly affordable. If you know what you're doing, yes, because you get charged on how many people either click on your post or engages with your post or whatever. But if you target the right audience, it's cheap. If you target the wrong audience,
it's expensive.
Expensive because you get a lot of clicks from people who don't give a shit about you.
But like, I don't know how many. I'm sure Rena has used Facebook ads before. Have you?
You're on mute again.
Stupid microphone. But I have a little experience with them. They are like, and we were just discussing actually this with Bruce before we started recording. And it's just like, that you got to be very careful with what you do and what your demographic is, and as in the terms of like, you don't want to have a single ad running for a month or two because it's going to be annoying as hell to the people.
Yeah, you don't want to annoy people with your ad.
Yeah. Like, that you'd rather do like short spurts, see how it works and so on, rather than, because like if the person has to click like already purchased or why am I seeing this ad or anything like that, you've already like done a counterproductive thing to your product, brand, or music or whatever it is you're trying to promote. So but I'm a lead creative as my profession, as my day job. So I think of like these creative concepts all the time, and then the mechanics of advertising is like,
oh my god! If you go into Facebook ads and you create an ad, you can target like, I'm exaggerating here, but I could say like, Rena lives at this address, target that.
Pretty much.
It's crazy what you can do.
So precise, and that's because companies like Google and Facebook and all those big giants, they track everything you do on your phone, every page that you visit, everything you do, and even for like, imagine if companies like McDonald's and all that had this like 20 years ago,
we'd all be dead from diabetes.
Yeah. But
hardening of the arteries for sure.
Yeah, definitely. Yes, definitely. But it just goes to show that things are not, it's available. It's, everybody can use it. So might as well use it right. Learn to use it the right way.
Do you actually do any social media posts about this aspect of your career? Like, do you talk to your fans about how you promote yourself?
No, not really, because but that might not be a bad idea, because I know artists that do that, and they talk about and it's just appealing for like newer artists or just people that are just not as maybe as popular, and it's a great way to promote yourself. People are interested in knowing how to promote themselves, but no, I mean, and it's funny because I use Google ad, I use Facebook ads and Instagram ads a little bit, but most of my audience, the engaged fans and the people that listen to my music on Spotify and people that buy my merch, whatever, are not people that came from those ads. They came mostly from TikTok and from my Reels, which is the TikTok version of Instagram. Their response to TikTok, which is almost just as big, if not bigger.
It is.
They came from that, and it was all free.
Wow.
I found the right format, and the right content and the right way to talk about my music and the right way to expose my music to other people with the right format, using my phone, this is not a sponsored thing, using my phone right there and just filming myself, and people just loved it. And I have a whole bunch of viral videos of just me shredding here in my home studio. No fancy equipment, and just like that, and no ads, not paid ads.
Right.
This is really cool to me. This is a really cool discussion because we don't get a lot of this type of discussion with people that do viral videos. You know, I find this quite interesting.
Well, there's a lot of people that do viral videos and they don't know why their video went viral, and they just keep making videos, and you know, it's sometimes it's hard to know why a video goes viral. It just does. Especially with the way the algorithms work nowadays with TikTok and Instagram. TikTok just changed the whole game.
Oh, yeah.
Drastically. I was hearing an interview with, I think, Sony CEO, or one of the biggest, labels. And he was saying that TikTok is the new MTV.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
TikTok is the new MTV. It's where artists get discovered. This is where, artists blow up, and it's crazy how it changed the whole game.
And that's why all the labels and all the distributors have licensing deals now with TikTok.
Yeah. Because now TikTok is, you can use it as a social media, but you can also use it as a streaming platform, kind of like YouTube. And
you can also choose songs from licensed providers to put in your videos.
And they make money off of your videos if they go viral. So it really, the game is completely drastically changed, and it keeps changing like this. When I started making music, it was Myspace, and MySpace was like, wow, this revolutionary way of putting your music out there on the internet for free. People could go and listen to your song, or 2 or 3, or I think you could put up to 5 or 6 songs, and so many bands blew up on MySpace. Like I remember Bring Me the Horizon is one of a band I really admire because they got really far. Bring Me the Horizon, they started off as like a deathcore kind of emo type of band on MySpace, and now they're freaking playing with Ed Sheeran on the biggest stage in the UK. So
there's actually another social media app that just came out last year. It was started by my friend Dan and Chad Kroger from Nickelback.
Yeah.
And it's called Tribe, and it's specifically made to pay musicians and content creators for their work.
Nice.
So they have the tipping feature built right into the app as you go. It's pretty cool. It's like TRYBE.
I thought you were going to say Discord.
No.
Well, Discord is another that I should maybe look into. I've never tried it, but I know it's kind of like Facebook groups or discussion groups or something like that.
I don't really know enough about Discord. I don't know anything about it.
There's just so many options.
I often wonder why we don't go viral, because we're like the best content on the web.
You know what? Sometimes it's just the format. Sometimes it's literally just the difference between shooting like this or like that.
Yeah,
literally.
I've been playing around with it, but I haven't figured it. Anyway, let's bring this back to Polychuck, since that's why I guess we're here. You probably didn't want to get up and just chat with Rena and Chris all day. You got much better things to do, like pull your toenails out.
I'm having fun though.
It's a different kind of interview.
Yeah, and it's fun. I like it.
Maybe that should be our tagline.
A different. We just rebranded on the fly. Rena, you have anything before I jump in?
Well, hell yeah, I do. I was gonna try and drag the conversation to Polychuck's music. So you've got this new single out. Tell us about that one.
Yeah. So I released a song just a little bit before. It was 2 songs. It was like a MIDI EP on Spotify and all that. Just a little bit before Christmas. So it was like a bonus. It was like the two extra tracks for my EP that I released in July last year. And they were the more edgier tracks, the more a little proggier, more solos, more a little bit more metal. I'm a metalhead and I'm a metal fan. Even though my music is not necessarily metal, it's I was me going back to my roots and embracing my metalhead self. So yeah, there's a little bit more metal sound in my two new songs. Yeah.
Your voice is very pretty, I gotta say. It's very soothing, very like, it just has a very nice tone.
Thank you.
So it's funny you mentioned that because I was thinking when I was testing out my headphones earlier that I kind of like the Barry White of podcasting, or I think there's like a bunch of babies being made in the backs of cars while we're podcasting here when I speak.
Certainly, Bruce. Yeah. This is you.
Oh, she's done.
Is it me or the connect?
No, that's her.
Now, so let me ask you a question. Since this is all you, is there any kind of plans to take this out on the road at all, or anything like that, or how?
Yeah, I have a bunch of friends that play music really, really well, and I even put a band together. We did a couple of shows. We played in September. I did a showcase for my EP that was released 2 months before, and yeah, so it's more than possible. We do it and
record it.
Yeah.
All right. I'm getting distracted by everything that's going on. But yeah, I have a band. I put a band together, and I even met great. I met a great drummer, great bass player, a whole bunch of great musicians on TikTok and Instagram. So it's totally doable, and we do it. Yeah.
I think something that a lot of Canadian or a lot of people outside of Canada, and even a lot of people in Canada don't know, is that Montreal is a hotbed of some of the best musicians, not only in the country, but in the world.
We have some really amazing musicians. If you know a little bit, like if you're familiar with the fusion scene and the jazz, more like on the jazz and more intellectual side of music, we have like the craziest musicians here. Yeah.
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 Sorry, Bruce, go ahead.
No, I was going to say, so are there any kind of firm dates lined up to play out now that things are sort of opening up?
Not yet. No, not yet, because in Canada it's a little slower than unfortunately than the United States.
Oh, you can't get over the bridge.
I didn't get it. I'm sorry.
I said you can't get over the bridge, so it's a little slower, right?
Oh, wow. Yeah, and they're trying to make things go faster. They're trying to make the measures, stop, but it's just making things worse. So anyway, things are slower because it's the way it is. I live in Quebec. Quebec is the gyms just reopened yesterday here.
Quebec is strict, man.
Very strict.
We had
strict. More cases than everybody else. One of the places in the entire world where we had as many deaths and cases.
Yeah.
So no, unfortunately, no shows.
Gotcha.
No dates yet, but hopefully, if I can tour to the U.S. or somewhere else in Canada,
right.
that would be.
What's the visa that gets you over the border for touring? I think it's a P1 visa. That's what you need to get.
I don't know exactly, but it requires some kind of visa.
Yeah, I think it's a P1 visa, and you get a lawyer, and it costs about $5,000. But you have to have like shows lined up, and it has to be with a promoter and all kinds of reasons.
But it's totally doable.
Easily, yeah.
Yeah.
Canada and the USA are very reciprocal in the way that they deal with musicians.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Anyway, we've got like 5 minutes. Rena, you got anything? I think we lost Rena.
Rena's got silence because she's frozen.
Yeah.
Oh, there she is. She's back.
Oh, she's back.
Like 5 minutes. You got anything else?
This is so dumb because I keep missing like half of what you guys are talking about. But then again, the P1 visa is out of my, comfort zone. But yeah, so I hope I'm not like repeating something you guys have already discussed. But tell us about the inspiration of the song.
The biggest inspiration, it's I draw my inspiration musically from so many places, and it's even hard for me to even pinpoint the genre that I make. I guess the main inspiration is it. Although it doesn't sound exactly like that, it's in the same state of mind as, you know, my biggest idols are like Porcupine Tree, Steven Wilson, those because these guys, they don't care about the style or the genre or whatever. They just make the music that they want to make. And that's why I admire them. And the music is always great. You know, Steven Wilson, he has poppy songs. He has metal songs. He has songs that sound like Meshuggah. He has songs that sound like freaking The Beauty and the Beast. I don't know. All kinds of stuff. And I'm talking about the Disney movie. You know, and it's just because he approaches music as like, it's music. It's what I want to, it's a beautiful melody. That's what I'm making. So I guess that's my influence. My influence is don't care, just do whatever. And I'm a shredder. I play guitar fast and I love to shred. So it's part of my music. It's there. I also like synths and proggy kind of sounds. So I put a lot of synths. I also like trap beats sometimes, not all the time. So I put a little bit here and there of you know, trap sounds, and it just makes the music that I make. So I guess
creating like that must be kind of cool though, because you're not limited to, I just can have distortion here. I mean, you've kind of got a palette of anything, right? Then. Yeah,
exactly. And they're all like, they're all genres that I've tried, because I've made beats before, I've made country songs, and so they're all genres that I can make, so I can put them together and create that new genre that is me. Yeah.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Nice.
Anything else?
I got nothing else, but where can people find you? What's your socials and web?
Polychuck, Polychuck, on Instagram, TikTok. All my music is on YouTube. Like almost all my songs have music videos, and Spotify, Apple Music, all those streaming apps, SoundCloud, all of them.
Okay, and what about merch? Where do they get merch?
They can get merch on my website, polychuck.com. Yeah.
All right.
Get shredding lessons. I also sell all my tabs and all my licks and a whole bunch of guitar stuff for people that are more interested in guitar. Yeah. So
nice.
Hope
Awesome.
that wasn't too bad. We were sort of all over the place, but
I mean, we had fun. I had fun. So
that's the way we
different kind of conversation. It's more about letting people get to know the artist instead of asking all like the where did you get your band name? You know?
Yeah. So you get to know the personality of it's great. Yeah, it's awesome.
And we never know where we're going to end up. We just kind of go where it goes, and sometimes it's a bit ridiculous. But yeah, that brings us to the end, my friend. I hope that wasn't too bad, and good luck with everything. And we'll talk to you soon.
Yeah, thanks a lot, and say bye to Rena for me.
Yeah, she's having trouble in Finland today, but thanks for putting up with us. We'll see you.
Keep rocking.
Later.
All right.
Bye.
Hello out there. Yes, hello out there, everyone. I'm Hal Schwartz.
And I'm Flynn McLean. Together we host None But the Brave, a podcast dedicated to the music and career of Bruce Springsteen.
Bruce and E Street Band are on tour right now for the first time in 6 years, and we're taking a detailed look at what's happening on stage in our bi-weekly episodes.
We've also been recently joined by some very exciting guests, including rock journalist Warren Zanes and Stephen Hayden, Backstreet's Magazine founder Charles Cross, and Barstool's Kirk Minahan.
If you're a diehard Springsteen fan, this is the show for you.
So please subscribe to None But the Brave on your favorite podcasting platform, and we hope to see you further on up the road.
Thank you so much. We'll be seeing you.